frozen earth of the north. Imagine a dark, dark night. The darkest night of the year, so long it feels the light is never coming back. It is the winter solstice, a night so dark and so cold, the only visible scene is the bright snow in contrast to the black, moonless sky. All is still. Suddenly, a great white sleigh, covered in white, dense and woolly furs. This beautiful sleigh is guided by none other than 10 beautiful reindeer, their magnificent antlers pointed to the sky. They are female, as you might know. In fact, the male reindeer's antlers are shed during winter times. So our guides for this magical sleigh in this magical night are beautiful, fluffy white, strong female reindeer. Their antlers mimic tree branches pointing upwards. They carry the tree of life on their majestic heads. And nestled in this tree is the light of the sun, the moon, the stars. They are antlers of light. And who is inside the sleigh, being lightly guided by the reindeer, cozily warm and comfy? Well, none other than the goddess herself, the Great Mother. She is dressed in red clothes, a red cap on her head. She has white fur covering her wrists, her ankles, her collar, the brim of her hat. Wait, does she have antlers too? Or is it a trick of the light we see? She's the great, dear mother. And when her sleigh swooshes very quickly through the snow, suddenly, and we don't know exactly why, maybe it's the friction of the white powdery snow, maybe it's a ray of dimming moonlight, or maybe even a drop of melted snowflakes. But suddenly, the reindeer start to pull the sleigh up into the sky, their white silhouette against the darkness, flying into it. It takes full flight, the goddess, the reindeer, and they carry inside this magical sleigh tiny, tiny pieces of amber, luminous, bright, shining, like little pieces of sunshine. And when the goddess passes over huts, houses, villages, cities, she drops into each place a little piece of amber. That is how she reminds each of the beings that yes, this is the darkest and the longest night. But the sun, the sun, we may know this for certain. The goddess is bright and she carries the sunlight with her. So we must know the light will always come back again and again. This story reminds us of the profound connection between humans and the natural world. The reindeer are a symbol of guidance and inner strength, leading us through darkness to discover the light and to nurture ourselves. And this story is more than symbolic wisdom, because across cultures and over the centuries, the deer and reindeer have been revered by several cultures as sacred beings. They embody the divine feminine, resilience, the cyclical nature of life. In the Sámi culture in the Arctic, the reindeer goddess Beaivi is celebrated during the winter solstice. She is the sun goddess who returns light and fertility to the land. She rides across the sky in a sleigh made of reindeer antlers and bones. She brings the promise of renewal. The Sámi people offer her butter spread on doorposts, and that symbolizes the sun's rays, and that encourages Beaivi to arrive. Similarly, the Baltic sun goddess Sole travels through the heavens in a sleigh pulled by golden-horned reindeer. She scatters amber, drops of the sun, as she goes, bringing warmth and life back to the earth. In Siberian shamanism, the Heavenly Doe carries the sun, moon, and stars in her antlers, connecting the earth, the earthly realm, with the cosmos. And her antlers, which grow and shed with the seasons, can be a mirror of the cycles of nature, the rhythms of life. In Celtic mythology, the white stag, not female, but also connected to the goddess, is a messenger from the other world, guiding seekers on quests of transformation and enlightenment. These goddesses and mythical deer symbolize the endurance of the human spirit, of nurturing life and guidance through periods of darkness. Throughout history, deer have been this beautiful symbol that is woven into the fabric of human spirituality. In pre-Christian Europe, the deer mother was revered as a life-giving force. She was believed to carry, again, the sun in her antlers, ensuring the rebirth of light at the winter solstice. In ancient cave art across Eurasia, images of deer and reindeer are very common, and it highlights the importance they had in early human societies as symbols of sustenance, of survival, and spiritual connection. The antlers of the doe, the female deer, growing and shedding with the seasons, again, represent the cycles of life, death, and rebirth, a reminder to us that our own journeys go through darkness and light. So when we understand these rich traditions, we can reconnect with a lineage of wisdom that honors the natural world and the divine feminine. And just like in the dark, dark night of the story, we all have moments when we feel lost and disconnected. A dark night of the soul in our own lives. The sacred deer teaches us to trust the journey, to listen to our inner wisdom, and to recognize the light we seek is often residing within ourselves. So how can we honor the spirit of the deer in our lives today? Well, first of all, embrace stillness. Set aside some time each day to sit in quiet reflection. Allow yourself to listen to your inner voice, like the silence of the snowy forest, as we saw in the story. Light a candle when there's sunset. As the day transitions into night, light a candle to symbolize the light within you and the return of warmth and clarity. Let it be a ritual that honors both the darkness and the promise of the dawn, the coming back of the light. You can also bring images or symbols of deer, reindeer into your space, whether it's, artwork, figurine, or evergreen branches. Something that brings you an image of resilience, of guidance, of reconnecting to the female. Another beautiful way is to connect with nature. Take a walk, even in the cold of winter. Observe the subtle signs of life and resilience all around you, the evergreens, the tracks of animals, and let the natural world inspire you and ground you. The deer goddesses teach us to embrace the mystery of life and move forward in quiet strength, knowing that the light will return. The spirit of the Dear Mother is timeless. It is a guide through the dark, a symbol of hope. And as we move through the winter season, I hope we may carry her lessons in our hearts. Let us remember that even in our darkest moments, we have the light within us to find our own way. And if you have been moved by this story and these insights, please follow me on my different socials where I share more about ancient myths, goddess traditions, and ways to weave the sacred wisdom of the goddess into our daily lives. Let's explore this connection together. I thank you for your time and sharing this with me, and I hope the spirit of the Dear Goddess guide you through this season with reflection and renewal. Until next time, blessed be.